Well, good evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero with this next weather update from the front porch right now. It is a pretty nice evening right now. It's a little bit chilly. At the time of this recording, I have 55 degrees, so light jacket weather. That's really about it, but it actually is pretty calm. There's not much wind right now, and that's going to change. So before we get to the weather forecast, let's just enjoy this nice moment and really just think about the priorities we have in this moment in quarantine. So even though we are in quarantine, I have about a quarter acre of land here, so I'm enjoying my time at home, and it's actually been a pretty pleasant time really finishing up the move into this house. And you've seen in my vlogs before the studio build vlog. Well, the studio is pretty much finished now. I finally got a wireless audio system, which I am using right now. I'm wearing a mic pack and a lav mic that's wirelessly connected to the camera right now, and that's the last real thing that I really was missing. And it works pretty well. All right, so while we're enjoying this nice evening, let's talk a little bit about the weather for tomorrow, because it's not going to be a good day, and it really looks like it's going to be actually a severe weather day. So let's start with some watches, warnings, and advisories right now. So I'm going to put that up right over here. And at the time of this recording, we do have what looks like some wind advisories out there. And those could turn into some high wind warnings, because when I'm looking at some of these forecast models, there's wind gusts that can actually be pretty significant, and up to about 50 miles per hour, which is pretty strong. So that's what's going to be in terms of the wind, and that's all with this cold front coming through. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the Storm Prediction Center, the SPC outlook for tomorrow. So it's the day 2 outlook, because today would be day 1. So here's the day 2 outlook. And yes, we are in a slight risk for severe weather. That's about halfway up the severe risk. We start with just general variety thunderstorms. Then we go up to a marginal risk. Then we go up to a slight risk. So that's 3/5 the way up the severe scale, because after slight, you go to moderate and high. So we're 3/5 the way up the severe weather scale for tomorrow. And that's because we do have this strong cold front coming through. And that's going to be giving some pretty intense storms possibly. And this looks like it's not really going to be in the morning. So tomorrow morning is going to be okay, but starting to get into the afternoon hours, that's when we're going to really be starting to see the severe weather kicking up. That's just because we're going to have the peak heating time of the day. That's where we're seeing a lot of the severe weather. So that's going to be for tomorrow afternoon going into tomorrow night. And as this starts to die down going into tomorrow night, it's going to clear the way for a nicer day on Wednesday. Now, it may still be a little bit breezy, because as this low pressure system exits out of the area, it really is going to be bringing a little bit of a higher pressure gradient, which we've talked about before on this channel, which means it's going to be windy. We have an exiting low pressure system and an entering high pressure system. That causes some windy conditions, and that's going to be more on Wednesday. Then Thursday, it's not necessarily severe weather. We'll keep checking in on that, but it looks like we're going to have a bit more of rain, and that rain could be lingering a little bit into Friday. And then for the weekend, I didn't have the weekend outlook last week because I took 1 week off for the Easter week for a little break there. But for the weekend outlook, if you want to get that, check back on Friday for my weekend outlook forecast. Yeah, so overall, tomorrow is actually going to be the worst day of the week. So if you are, like most of us, we're at home, I'd say stay at home. It's really, there's no reason to go outside for tomorrow. If you're an essential worker and you have to go out, number one, I thank you for being an essential worker and continuing to provide your service for all of us, to protect all of us. but be very cautious tomorrow afternoon, and you may want to give yourself a little bit more time to get through any kind of severe weather that's happening. So that pretty much wraps up this weather update video from the front porch. A nice little relaxing evening. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are staying safe. Now, if you are new to the channel and you want to get the latest weather updates, hit that little subscribe button below and then the bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload a video like this or I do go live. We'll see if I'm able to go live tomorrow during the severe weather with a Games and Storms live stream where we talk about the weather, then we play some video games. All right, so that wraps up this video. Thank you all for watching. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Have a great rest of your evening. Please stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video.